Hello everyone, I'm Santosh. I'm going to talk about IoT security tomography. Security tomography is classified according to attacks addressing two different layers. They are transport layer, network layer, MAC layer, and RF layer. These are the tomography layered and possible threats. Threats on transport layer. Depending on types of protocol used in transport layer, attacks are classified by interfering connection based protocol can be tampered. Send wrong data. Sending of packets with wrong information enforces error correction on the receiver node, which requires CPU power and therefore results into the additional energy consumption. Inject wrong control packets. Injection of packets into a running connection can enforce to close, desync, or interfere the connections. Threats on network layer. Attackers in the network layer intends at disturbing and degrading the routing service. Threats on network layer as follows. Routing loop. The attacker simply fogs new routing packets or modifies existing ones to create cyclic packet trajectory. Network partitioning. This type of attack has the most serious impact on the overall routing service. The adversary separates the network to disjoint set of nodes that connect reach each other. Wormhole. The wormhole attack may be launched by a single or a pair of collaborating nodes. Threats on MAC layer. Attacks to the medium access layer are based on the shared medium characteristics of the broadcast medium. Possible threats on MAC layer as follows. Spoofing. Unauthorized parties may participate in the network, example by spoofing their identities and using the identity of another device. Eavesdropping. Eavesdropping by nature is possible on a broadcast medium. An attacker who is physically located within the transmission range of the sender device receives all the traffic and can read it unless there is no protection mechanism in place. Threats on RF layer. Attackers on the radio can be subdivided into jamming, spying, and replay. Complete jamming. Due to increasing level of noise level, the communication becomes difficult and eventually impossible anymore. Eavesdropping. Broadcasted RF information can be received. It is an initial step of gathering transmitted information. Replay attack. Recorded RF information can be replayed at wrong time even without knowing the content of the packets. OS threat. Attacks on the OS can be categorized in attacks that want to change the behavior of the nodes and in attacks that want to disable the node or critical services of the OS. Buffer overflows. Such attacks intentionally force a buffer to store more data than it's intended to hold. Direct programming. Sensor nodes that can be directly accessed can be manually programmed by changing applications. Hardware threat. Here attacks are classified by direct electrical access to the internal components of the device. Example, microprobing. Sensor threat. Such attacks are classified by a direct electrical access to the internal components of the device. For example, by microprobing, this attack is also called as false field sensor reading.